Have you ever had a bad thought, then it just starts spiraling more and more and more? Before you know it, you're in a state of depression or suicidal thoughts or whatever the case may be. Have you ever had that happen? Well, this is the perfect video for you if you have, because it's imperative that we stop the first negative thought that come to our mind, and this is how. My name is Cyrus Ausar, and my mission is to embody the emotion of overcoming. I believe we all fight battles we hide from the world. My objective is to help you win those battles through perspective. Stay tuned. Why it's important for us to stop the first negative thought. Because what happens is, anytime something jumps in our head, it can start manifesting and growing into being something else. We can get all these different thoughts on, it's like imagination. It's like we start creating every possible angle, but in a negative way. So the first thing that can happen, let's just say we're going to school and it's a test. I just know I did bad on the test. I just know this, blah, 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 blah. What happens once that first negative thought manifests, it shifts our energy. It shifts everything. Next thing you know, we gonna compound them with more and more and more different types of thoughts that make our day not go in no positive way whatsoever. And the only way it shifts is if we reset the balance of that first negative thought through what we had as a negative thought. What I mean by that is if you show up and say, I know I did bad on the test, next thing you know, you done tripped and failed, I'm just making things up, but you get the point. And you get to that classroom and you actually did good on the test. You feel a little better, but that doesn't entirely shift your energy from the first negative thought. And I'm using this on a light behalf. There's things that we have on way deeper thoughts where it's just negative, and as soon as that first one manifests, it turns into everything else. Everything else. We start spiraling because we keep feeding it, especially when it's things like, I know nobody likes me. I know nobody cares about me. I know nobody loves me. Then what happens is it starts spiraling. Before you know it, you stop caring about yourself. This has happened to me myself. I remember thinking, laying in the bed, don't nobody love me. Next thing you know, you crying. Next thing you know, you waking up in the morning. That night was just spiraling. I started thinking about all these different types of things. What would it be like if I ain't here? All these different types of thoughts. Because I let the first one plant and grow. But we have to recognize that. We have to recognize that first initial thought and change it, regardless of whatever it may be. I just know, no, you don't know nothing. Look at it like that. I don't know. Especially if the result is always negative. Because we will be the worst critics on ourselves. We can brutalize ourselves way more than anybody else can. We can really pour it on ourselves. Somebody else can plant the seed, but we will grow it. We will water it. We will give it sunlight. We will give it everything. We'll give it the perfect environment to grow. Because we let that first negative thought manifest in our brain. And it's about stomping that out early. Look at it as a weed. The second it drop, pull it. Get it out of here. Because anytime we sit back and allow certain things to manifest, we have to look at it from an energy standpoint. What does it do to your energy? What does it do to you every day? How do you carry things out after that? It make you not even feel like doing it. It'll make you not even care about your day, your life, or anybody else's life because you let one thought trigger, and this can last for weeks. The first one, boom, 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 boom. And once you get in a state of depression, you really don't care about nothing. I know I don't when I have gotten those states. It's like, I don't care. So it's on us to recognize soon as you have this first thought of something negativity or some negativity, we have to take a step back and analyze what we're thinking about. Like I can walk out here and feel like, oh man, my car ain't gonna start. Why do I feel like that? No, go figure it out first. Because once that compound, then what happens? So really, when you look at this, you have to ask yourself, what happens when I do this? If I think like this negatively, what comes out of it? Let's say things do happen as we predict in a negative manner. Say, I already know I'm doing bad on this test, and you end up doing bad on the test. Then what? It doesn't change the environment. It doesn't change the things around you. You still have to accept whatever comes and deal with it and move forward. So it's pointless. It's illogical to even manifest, or not manifest. It's illogical to even water the negative thought. It doesn't even make sense. Because where would that put us at in the end? That's what we always have to look at. We have to analyze life like this. Do we like where it's headed? If we continue doing what we're doing now, do we like where we would end? If you like where you would end, living the way you are living now, then continue. If you don't, then you change it. So when you think about a negative thought, where are you going to end up with it? Where? No matter what, whether it's true or whether it's not, the negative thought in the first place, where are you going to end up with it? Where is it going to take you? Where is it going to drive you? Nowhere positive, so it's pointless to have it. It's pointless to get rid of it as soon as it comes. And I know I can't just make it sound like it's that easy, but it's up for us to program ourselves to do it. Because I can get a negative thought still, something will pop in my head. I'm like, I'm not paying no attention to that. Getting rid of that. Because we can have all this imaginary thoughts on what can happen without ever knowing until we do so. Or we have these negative thoughts of this is going to happen. And we don't truly know. We can get an inkling based on what happened to set it up. But until we face it, then it won't matter anyways. That's the reason why we have to stop these negative thoughts as soon as they come, because they're pointless to hold on to. And we can all catch the thoughts. It could all get planted in our head in some way, shape, or form. But it's on us to get rid of it. And you also got to look at who's planting it in you. Did it come from you naturally, or did somebody put it in your brain? And think about, where did it come from? What person put that in your brain? What person says something about you to a point that you look at yourself differently? And now you want to keep watering that thought of what somebody else said. And is that person significant? If not, man, you keep it moving. Even if it is, you keep it moving. If that person is significant to you, you keep it moving. You can't allow people to destroy you. You have to deal with you at the end of every night. That's what I always say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like, share, comment. I look forward to reading the comments as well. Have you had one of those thoughts that manifested, and where did it come from? Can you put that in the comment? I look forward to replying to that. Thank you for taking the time out to watch my video.